Hey everyone, it's Angela Allen. Welcome back to the Handmade Homestead. Well, it's day number 11 of the Every Bit Counts challenge put on every year in the month of August by Three Rivers Homestead. And we're trying to do it every day for 31 days and do a video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to do a project for sure to put away into our pantry, but we're also going to talk about the 4 different ways you can use a single ear of corn. Are you ready? Let's go. Now there are a lot of things you can do with 1 ear of corn, and we're certainly not going to cover everything in this little video, but I want to talk about a couple of ways that you can use just 1 ear of corn. So you go to the store, especially this time of year, you can buy, if you don't grow your own corn, you can buy it from the farmer's market, your local grocery store, a local farm. You've got this ear of corn, you shuck it, you blanch it, you put it in the freezer, you're done. But not so fast. Everything about that ear of corn is usable and shouldn't be thrown away, doesn't need to be thrown away. So I take that ear of corn, and there are at least 4 things I can do with the 1 ear of corn. So number 1 is to shuck the corn, take the corn ear itself, put it in the freezer for later use. Or I could cut the kernels off that corn and do something with it, like pickle it, or just freeze it as free kernels of corn in bags in my freezer. This is the Blue Ball Canning Book recipe for corn. Calico corn, I believe is what it's called. It's good. It's vinegary, not my favorite, but my family likes it. So we still have that corn. You've shucked it, you've made this, and you've got the cob left. You know, one of my favorite things in the whole world is corn cob jelly. You just take those shucked corn cobs and you boil them down. Add sugar, add pectin, and you can make this delicious corn cob jelly. It has this buttery, sweet, delectable flavor. We love it. We love it. I look forward to making it every year. The corn husks themselves, I compost. We're going to show you that in this video.
Sometimes I put them right in the compost pile, but other times I use them as mulch around bigger plants, like these big zucchini. They seem to really keep the bugs at bay. I don't know if the slugs eat the corn cobs or what, but they don't seem to bother the plants when they're mulched this way. They don't mat down, they break down easily, and they definitely hold moisture down around the roots. And they're free. You can't beat free in the garden when it comes to mulch. The other thing they don't do is they don't leave weed seeds. I used some cut bagged straw that I purchased this year, and wouldn't you know, that grew grass really badly in the couple of beds that I used it. I will never use it again. But corn cob husks, they don't leave any weed seeds obviously at all. There's no weed seeds. So let's talk about that 4th use. And that brings us to our project for today. One of my favorite things about getting corn on the cob is removing the silks and using them for tea. All of this corn that's been shucked is going to end up in the freezer. I vacuum sealed it. But there's something I always gather, and that's the corn silk. So fresh corn is best. You don't want old silks anyway. You're going to trim off that brown end. That's the end that's been pollinated. And you don't really want that in your tea. You can see some of the benefits on the screen for corn silk tea. Pull off the outer layers of the corn husk, and you're going to take off the silk, drop it in the bowl, and then I chop it into little pieces, maybe an inch or 2 long. It's just going to make it easier to put on the dehydrator if you don't have a big tangled mess. So I just gather it up, keep it clean, keep it separated. I take out any corn kernels or pieces of greenery that falls in it and chop it up in a manageable size. From there, I just spread it out on my dehydrator trays, set the temp at 95 degrees, the lowest setting that I can, and I dehydrate it. It takes a few hours, depends on the moisture in the air for how long it takes, but I dehydrate it, save it in a bottle, and I use it for tea. It does have a mild corn flavor. It's really refreshing and mildly sweet. Corn silk tea has been used medicinally and just because it tastes good for a very long time, and as far as I can tell by reading, it's very safe. But like anything, if you have health issues or you're pregnant or nursing, you should talk to your doctor before using any kind of herbal medicine. Personally, I just drink it because I like the taste of it. Of course, there are a lot of other things you can do with corn too. Popcorn is a wonderful snack. You can raise your own popcorn. You can grind corn kernels for flour, for corn flour for cooking or baking, and it's often used in drinks and in a bunch of other ways. But I want to encourage you to just see how many uses you can get out of the parts of things that you would normally throw away. It's amazing how much creativity is possible when you think outside of the box, or in this case, outside of the corn husk. I would love to hear from you and know your ideas on how you practice no waste in your home or homestead.
Well, that's it for day number 11 of the Every Bit Counts Challenge. I have something in store for tomorrow that I think you'll like, and I will see you for day 12. Take care. The Handmade Homestead can be found on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, and we look forward to seeing you there. Remember to like and subscribe. It helps so much, and we appreciate your time.